After working all last summer, I decided to buy myself an F-150. This is a bi-fuel truck, so it runs on both natural and regular gas. I've been loving it and driving it all around the country. It's been working great for what I need it for, which is mostly just big weekend climbing trips or quick runs down to Moab or other places in the Utah desert. One of the issues, though, is because of the natural gas tank, you can't lay down in the bed without the tailgate open. So I decided it was time to change that. I started off by going on Craigslist and buying an extremely cheap and old ladder rack that I mounted on the back of the truck. I then headed to the lumber yard, picked up a bunch of wood, and got to work. We've got the walls kind of put together. I think there's enough sunlight to put a little bit of primer on, so we're ready to start screwing stuff together tomorrow. There's all the walls being put up, and it's being held on with some small clamps. And my dad helped me out a little bit while he was in town for a couple days. It's not the prettiest on the outside right now, but it'll slowly start to look a little bit better. Got the shell mounted on top, but right now it's only a couple of these clamps holding this thing on. So I'm trying to drill a couple bolts through there so it doesn't go flying off when I'm going 85 on the highway. So I've got the entire thing bolted down, but of course now that once I bolted it, I realized this door doesn't shut. So I've got most of the insulation all cut, and I went and picked up a stapler today and I'll work on getting it stapled in. Got all the supports for the bed in, just got to cut the plywood to the right size. So I finished most of the basic inside stuff. Bed's over here, get to my storage down there. Over here, I'll be doing most of my cooking and homework. The two separate cabinets. And then up here is just one cabinet I've made. Cabinets are a pain because none of the lines are actually straight in here. So instead of a square, I had to cut trapezoids and stuff. So this floor is actually not the floor. And I can lift it up and grab these guys out of here. And these become the support for and now this is all one big insulated bed. Plenty of room. It's good. I'll give a quick update on what I've been working on. I've put all the cabinets in, small handles, and they all have clasps so they shut pretty well. And then I have elastics to hold stuff in. This one folds down into a little desk. This holds stuff in. More over here, down here. I really didn't want to waste any space, so there's like cabinets everywhere. Over here, I'll have like my pans and stuff. And this is to hold my coffee. Just untwist these to get to it. Open them, and I also have more up here to hold all my spices. Here's a chalkboard where I can write myself cute motivational messages. And this one's also nice little storage. What else have I added? Up here's just two small basic boxes I'll use for storage. And they're solid, so they're not going anywhere. So I got all the interior upholstery done. Nice pleather. Just attached it on the bottom. And it fits super snug. I can get in there. I'm too lazy to get in there right now. So I've got an initial coat of stain on all the wood and I'm letting it dry for the night. The next plan is to have a hose come out here that will come up to my stove, which will be sitting here from the propane tank. The inside is pretty much all done, but I've really been procrastinating on this front cab over section just because I don't want to deal with all the angles that I have to cut. But I've been doing the math and I think I've got it all figured out, so I'm ready to start making a little aerodynamic triangle in the front. So I've got the front framed out. It's all braced in, but I'll probably end up having to use more braces to hold it in. Time to put the walls on. I was out here till late last night trying to get all the top sealed in so it'd be waterproof, and I didn't completely finish. I don't know if I can see it now, but there's a couple big gaps up there, so hopefully there's not too much snow on the inside. Here's the cab over storage from the inside, so just open up that window. Looks like I got a little bit of snow in the corners on the ground. It's not, oh, is that all snow? No, it's not snow. But yeah, I gotta get that top sealed and all the edges sealed. I'm pretty much all done with building and moving into my truck, but I'll get all the snow cleared off and show you the inside. There's still a couple things I gotta get finished, but I'm leaving town in the morning, so I thought I'd give you guys more or less finished view of the entire thing. There's the cab over section. Still gotta trim the top a little bit down. Let's get it open. So to unlock this, I need to unlock these up here. Those are both open. And then unlock the tailgate. Then lift it on up. It's got a kickstand, but I'm not planning on leaving this door open, so I'm just gonna let it close behind me. Let me get in here real quick. Oh, it's cold in here. Okay. So, come on. So I noticed this morning, there's still a little bit of a gap here where snow can fly up inside of. Gotta get that trimmed down. I'll deal with that later. So, here's the inside. I sit here and I can cook on these. Where'd my camera go? Huh? There we go. I can cook on these, work on them. They both lift up. I've got a 20-pound propane tank down there. Down here I mostly have food. Here's a whiteboard, and then it flips up as well as a cutting board right now. And here is most of my kitchen. There's my spice rack, oil, coffee, stuff like that. Let's see, so I've got a 7-gallon water jug that'll last me a while. Up inside of here is where I keep all of my clothing. Come on. It's a bit of a mess right now. I'm trying to get packed up and leave, but there's in each of these bags, there should be 4 of them. I have different types of clothing. And I'll end up putting some tapestry over this insulation on this side, just make it look a bit prettier. This is for when I'm on the inside and I want to lock the tailgate. I can open this, reach out, lock the tailgate, latch it again. Back over here, some more storage. I'm not sure what I'll put in there yet. There's a small fire extinguisher. I got a carbon monoxide monitor on the other side down by the stove. Just more space in the middle of packing right now. More cabinets. Cabinets inside of cabinets. Yeah, so I'm packed a little bit, but there's some soap, vitamins, stuff like that. So I've got my stove lashed in here pretty tight so it doesn't fly around. If I can get it open, there we go. So I use a camp stove that I've adapted to run off of a 20-pound propane tank, and on one tank it lasts about 40 hours at full blast. So it lasts a solid time. So I gotta turn the propane on. Where are ya? There you are. Lighter on up. She puts off a pretty good flame. It heats the place up a bunch too. And down here is where I keep my carbon monoxide monitor. Where is she? There she is. So, oh, there it is. I just tested it. But yeah, there she is. Keeps me fit. So I think I'm gonna head south to try to get the last bit and pieces done. I gotta be in Vegas in a couple days anyway, so I gotta get going. Hopefully the roads aren't too bad. I'll post another video once I'm completely done about the inside and living inside of it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been long, but it's been fun.